A new guy doing videos, y'all, and it's Elite Landscapes, man. So big shout out to Elite Landscapes, man. Hey man, I've been watching it. I think he's put out 2 videos, y'all, and yeah, man, I like them, man. They're pretty thorough, man, and you'll get better and better with the editing as you do more and more, man. But the 2 videos that he's done is showing everything that that I like to see anyway, and I subscribe to his channel. So hey, y'all, y'all go check out Elite Landscapes, man. He's been itching to do the videos for a minute, and I think me and Shane kind of got him finally to start doing them, because it is it's pretty time consuming too. And but if you're trying to do it for money, dude, man, it ain't gonna pay the bills for sure. But it is, and it's hard to do the videos to begin with, because you don't know how many views you're gonna get, and it can be kind of defeating when you do a video and you spend the time it takes to really do one in the field and the editing, and only to see that you didn't get many views. So you guys go check out his channel. It's Elite Landscapes, y'all. Elite Landscapes. All right, y'all, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and yeah, it's actually sprinkling right now. So, don't really have a lot going on today. Just, I'm gonna run out here to Fairburn. This is a city that's pretty close to me. Well, it's about a 20-minute ride, and gonna do this one big one. Y'all been out there quite a few times. Gonna do that one, and then I'm gonna come back by and do that little one on the way home. 2 little ones on the way home, and yeah. Let me get out here. It's ugly out though, y'all. I mean, it looks like the bottom's gonna fall out, but they're not calling for rain though. They're saying it's not gonna rain. Y'all see, look. Yeah, they're calling for like 12% chance of rain, but that's not very comforting for real. So yesterday on the No Call No Show, so I talked to Zack last night, or we texted last night, and well, he texted me about some other stuff, and then I'm like, dude, what happened to you today? He didn't even address the not calling and not, or anything, or me not being able to get in touch with him. So he said that I was texting the wrong phone number. Now in his defense, he does have different phone numbers. I was texting and calling the number that I texted and called on Saturday when I was dealing with him on Saturday. So, I paid a bill for him online. He gave me the money, and then I paid it, and then I screenshot, I screenshotted the receipt and sent it to him to his other phone. So I mean, I just assumed that that's the phone that he's using. I mean, the last phone that I was contacting him on was the other phone. It goes back to, you got to kind of make it easy for people to get in touch with you too. I mean, when I go into my phone, y'all, and I punch in my contacts, and I punch Zack, there's over 14 different Zack contacts in my number, and I only know one Zack. So I'll always just go back to the previous, you know, in the text message, I just go back to the last number that I texted him on, because they all say Zack. I mean, you know. So, you know, over the years, he's had a lot of different phone numbers, and maybe I should go on my phone and delete that, and delete this, and delete that, and I can spend my time doing that, I guess, you know, in lieu of out here, you know, making money. But he says that I was texting and calling the wrong number, and I'm just saying that I was texting and calling the number that I texted and called on Saturday. So, and that was just a day and a half ago. And, you know, now he has had 2 phones, you know, and I don't know, you know, which one's his main phone, which one ain't. Like I said, you know, I don't really know all that, man. But, so that was the confusion yesterday. Of course, he could have always called or texted me, you know, I mean, and he says he didn't hear the horn blowing. You know, they said the generator was running over there and he couldn't hear the horn blowing. I mean, we're out in the country, man. I mean, where he's staying at is probably, you know, 80 yards or so from an open space. It's not like down in a ravine or through the woods or nothing. It's an open pasture. Straight to his house. He could see my truck if he looked out the window. He says he didn't hear the horn blowing. Y'all saw me blowing the horn, and I think I even edited some of that out where I just laid on the horn. But, you know, what do you do? You know, I mean, so he done turned it around to where now it's my fault. You know, hey, it can be my fault. You know, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's his responsibility to make sure that he works. It ain't mine, you know. You know, I got to keep up with the work, the scheduling, the weather, making sure, you know, getting more work, making sure we're getting paid on the work we got, making sure there's gas in the truck, making sure that the equipment's running, making sure the mowers are cutting right, making sure that that I'm routing it right, making sure of that I'm collecting the money, make sure everybody's paying me, making sure of all these things. And now let's add something else on there. Let's make sure that I'm calling and texting the right number when I'm coming and picking you up. You know, I mean, take some initiative. There's nothing wrong with, he could have texted me from that other number and said, hey man, I just want to let you know I'm ready to go, man. You know, why didn't he do that? I'm just curious, you know. I mean, you know, no big deal to me. I got money. I'm all right. So I guess it is my fault that I called the wrong number or texted the wrong number, but I just texted the number that I texted on Saturday. I mean, I don't know, dude. You know, I don't know, man. So my bad. You know, he didn't think that I would come in here in the YouTube videos and say that I texted the wrong number. And I know all about cell phones, so I understand that if it says sent and not delivered, that means that you probably didn't get it. But once my phone says sent, then if the other phone is turned off or whatever, then it'll just say sent or undeliverable. You know, I don't sit there and every text message I send, I look and see if it's been delivered. Not when I'm coming and picking somebody up. They need to help me out. Help me out a little bit. Jeez, man. You know, that's all. Just help me out some. Just a little bit. You know. I mean, I'm coming and picking them up. You know that I'm going to be working unless it's physically raining, and it was not. Why would I not work on a Monday when I told them on Saturday that we'd be working on Monday? I mean, you know, it's okay. I'm not mad about it or nothing. I'm just perplexed that now it's my fault. You know, that he didn't come to work yesterday when all he had to do, oh yeah, man, my bad. I'm on the other phone now. I mean, make it easy for Ray. But I can be honest and say, hey, okay, I texted the wrong number out of out of, whatever. But that still don't give you a pass on not coming to work. I mean, since when did I become responsible for all that? If you was up and ready, then he would have heard the horn blowing. Wasn't up and ready. I guarantee you can hear the horn blowing. I don't care if the generator's going or not. I guarantee you can hear the horn blowing, especially if you're just a little bit looking out for me to come by, or better yet, man, you could have just called me or texted me from the number that you want me to use that day, So I'm gonna do this property over here. I'm gonna do that one where I went up on the lady the last time because she wanted to wait a month to do the property, and some of the guys came down on me for charging her more money, but it's okay. She's on the list today, wet or not, it don't matter. I'm not trying to not do that one. The only way I won't do that one is if it is physically raining. Now, so I ordered the shipping container. The damn shipping container, y'all, was $4,400 and some change. Well, $4,470 something. So $4,800. I mean $4,500. So yeah, and it's going to be delivered in the next couple of weeks, and I'll show the process. I do need to get the skid steer before I take the skid steer back over there to the bamboo stump digging job, because I still got, I had calculated, after I talked to the owner the other day before I broke the machine, I had calculated that I'd be out there probably about another 6 to 8 more hours on just getting everything cleared off, dug up, moved out, and graded. So, and I spent about 3 hours, so I can literally go over there for another 5 or 6 hours, and that will probably be all the digging and all the grading that I'll have to do. Now, there is some stuff that I'm going to have to move. Y'all know those big piles. I'm going to have to move those piles of dirt, and but before I do all that, I'm thinking to get the ground ready for the shipping container. I think though, and I've been looking online, there's a lot of great ideas you can do with these shipping containers, man. I'm really stoked about getting one, man. I didn't think I'd be this excited, but I'm pretty excited about getting one, man, and all the possibilities, man, because there's just so much you can do with these things, y'all, that once you purchase them, I mean, they are just really something, man. So I'm stoked, and I'm gonna do everything to it, man. I'm gonna run power to it. It's gonna become a shop, too, and I'm gonna build a lean-to. When I first get it, the first thing I'm gonna do is, of course, after I get it situated, is I'm gonna build a lean-to, okay, and off the side of it, to where I can put equipment under the lean-to. Now I think, I know that the Bobcat and the lift will fit inside the one container. It's 40 foot, and I know, and the lift is only 48 inches wide without the riggers, without the outriggers down. So I know that I could get that in there. It ain't 9 foot high, the ceiling inside is well, I got the high cube, what they call them, so I think it's 8 foot 6 inches inside, so I think the lift will fit in there. Now I don't know if I'm going to want to put the lift in there, because it gets so hot, man, and there's a lot of electrical components and stuff in the lift that I might not want to get that hot, because it gets hot here in Georgia, y'all. Of course, I'm gonna put some ventilation in it. I'm gonna run power to it. I'm gonna do all these things, man. Well, that damn Waffle House sure does look good about right now, y'all. I gotta get to it, man. I ate. Waffle House is calling me, y'all. On a day like today, the Waffle House is like, Ray, come have some eggs and bacon. And I'm like, my diet's saying, no, man, you're good. So another thing that's got to happen too, y'all, is that I have got to get tires on both trucks. I need tires on this truck, and I also need tires on Drew's truck. So, now the tires I put on Drew's truck not gonna be no real expensive tires. They're gonna be, you know, I'll probably get 4 of them for about $600 or something like that. You know, it ain't gonna be no $5 tire because I don't know how long that truck's gonna last. Because, you know, I'm gonna pretty much use that area as a shop. And the lean-to, I'm gonna build a lean-to too. So all that wood that y'all see down there, I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna make sure that I have, you know, I'm gonna utilize it the best I can for everything that I'm doing. So I just pulled up to this one, y'all, and y'all see this one. This one is y'all seen it. Y'all seen it 100 times. This yard, y'all seen it before, and yeah, it's all good over here. It's wet, man. So I'm gonna set you guys up where y'all can see me cut this. I'm gonna cut it this way this time. Last time I cut it straight up and down. Yeah, weed eater has many uses, y'all. Many, especially on them trees. Well, y'all look out. I want y'all to see. I just got clean that X-Mark's cutting that wet grass, man. Just clean, one pass, clean. The only reason why you see me having to go over things 2 or 3 times is because I'm just trying to get rid of the clumps. But that's on a 3, y'all. But that X-Mark, man, it just cuts so clean, man. It doesn't leave nothing. And that's the problem I'm having with Drew's. I don't understand why his doesn't do the same way. There's something going on with the deck on Drew's. But this, I mean, y'all see that. So that's about a wrap over here. You know, there's a lot of grass clumps and stuff. So what's the X-Mark just throws the grass, and it just, well, it cuts stronger than the Skag, and, you know, cleaner, but the Skag disperses the grass better. It just steady getting it, y'all, getting it. But that's why I love the X-Marks, man. They just leave such a clean cut. And that's wet grass, y'all, wet. Y'all see me hitting them tree limbs. Hard to fire array, man. Hard to fire array. Hard to fire spray ray. So I'm going to run over this area right here with the Skag. I've already cut it, but just it's kind of clumpy in there, and I want to, and she doesn't really care as long as it's cut, but I want it to look nice, and I think the Skag can do a better job on dispersing all the clumps and stuff because the grass is kind of wet. So I'm going to put you back on time lapse. See, the Skag picks up and disperses the grass better. See, the X-Mark would have just moved the grass. The Skag divides it up better, spreads it out better. It got rid of them clumps quick. Yeah, that worked out pretty good, man. That Skag, man. I mean, that Skag. If you put it in the right scenario, that Skag is a nice ass machine, man. Now, with it being a 52-inch, it would have taken me longer to cut it because I would have had to cut it high and then low. But that's the only part I had to go over again, and that was just because I kind of wanted to because of the clumps and all. All right, y'all, I'm on to the next one. So got this one done. Well, I was gonna do one more and then go get some lunch and then probably do one more, but I'm gonna do 2 more. Drew didn't get to that last one. He said it's a little bit wet over there on the rough cut. That's the one where we spray the things on the side of 16 right there. See, it's imperative that we do that one today because I'm supposed to pick up a check from them tomorrow, and I can't wait till tomorrow to cut it because I need the check. I want to, they've cut checks on Wednesdays. And if I do it tomorrow, then I won't be able to get a check for it till next Wednesday. And that kind of I don't want to do that if I ain't got to. I mean, it's not that hard of a cut, so I'll go over there and do it real quick on the way home, because I go right by there on the way home. But as I was thinking on the mower, so one thing that I was thinking about was, you know, that lady called yesterday on those big cuts. And I don't want to talk about the money part because I know she's getting over on that part. Okay, so she cries about stuff, right? But she normally, you know, she normally don't complain about things after we leave. She's that type of customer that's always wanting to do a little extra every time you come, okay? And that can be construed as crying or bitching about something, but really she's just trying to get me to do extra stuff. That's, you know, usually, okay? Now, the last 2 times that we was there, you know, she straight up called me after hours, and she's never done that before, you know, the last 2 trips, to complain about this or say we missed that or whatever, you know, just complaining in general. So I'm thinking, you know, y'all know that I've been trying different things with that route, and it just occurred to me that the 2 times that she's complained is the 2 times that I tried to do it different, where I went and did those 3 by myself and left Zach and Drew there by themselves. And those 2 times she's called me after hours complaining. She's never called me after hours complaining before that. So that's something to think about too. Now, that is something that I've been thinking about this morning, the fact that those are the only 2 times that she has called me after hours and called me more than once, where it's kind of important to her. So I got to look at that, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to keep doing it like that. You know, me not being there the whole time, or me not being there, you know, part of the time. Usually I don't get no complaints over there, because normally Drew, when I go do them other 3, me and Zach was going and doing the other 3 with me, then Drew would be just, you know, wrapping up the one across the street, and I've never gotten a complaint over there, never, you know. So there's something going on with, I just don't know. I don't know what. Maybe the ladies, you know, just don't like it that I'm not there, or whatever. I don't know, man. But that just occurred to me, so that's something I really need to look at and see. There's things like that that make it where you can't hardly be as efficient as possible, okay? Because me going and doing those 3 yards while Zach and Drew are on those 2 big cuts, that is by far the fastest way to do everything. But if you're gonna get a bunch of complaints, you know, or she's gonna call me every single time we do that, then it ain't really worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So that's another thing that has occurred to me this morning, you know, because it bothers me when people call and complain, man. It bothers me, and it makes me think, okay, what's changed, right? Why all of a sudden 2 weeks, the 2 times that we've done it where I go do those other ones by myself, those 2 times are the 2 times that she's called me. She's never called me before that. See, so that's that's something to think about, man. And I don't know, some customers just don't like it that the owner ain't there, you know. That's true, but it's things like that that make it where you might not be able to be as efficient as you possibly can, because now I'm not going to want to go do those 3 properties by myself anymore. See, I'm going to want to be there on that job, you know, like we were doing it before. So the $15 or $20 more money that she's paying me is really not more money that she's paying me. It's just more money that she's paying me, but I'm gonna lose that in the efficiency. You see what I'm saying? You know, I don't really know what, you know, what the deal is with that. Yeah. All right, y'all, so I'm over here at this one. Y'all remember it? The last time I was when I had to charge her more money. It's wet, but see, this is the kind of yard that you use the scag on. Because see, the scag is gonna disperse the grass better, and I don't cut it low. So yeah, this is a perfect property for the scag. I really like having an edger here, but I didn't bring it today. But I can edge with that's the 94R steel weed eater that I'm using with the Echo Speed Feed bump head on it. And you see, I just walk down the property and just walking, man, and just making sense, you know, around the curves and back. And I'm getting a little spot where I know I can't get with the mower there. And then I'm getting a little mound around the mailbox where I can't get with the mower there. And then I'm going up the other side of the street there. And then I'm going to walk back down. And as I'm walking back down, I'm just cleaning the edge up. I got to walk back down through there anyway. So you can see as I'm riding up the road, I am, you know, blowing the grass. And everywhere I go, I'm conscious of where the grass is going. All right, y'all. So that's a wrap on the day, man. Everything's so wet, and I decided not to go ahead and do that one that Drew didn't do. Not because it's wet, but because if I do it today, then Drew's not gonna have anything to do tomorrow. You know, based on what I know is coming down the pipe. You know, so I got to save it for him to do. So he can stay busy tomorrow. So I was able to go do another one, you know, in the neighborhood. So now, tomorrow, Drew will do one over here in the neighborhood and that one, and then, you know, we'll see what, I mean, based on, you know, the weather, the list, the amount of labor going out today, I mean, we did all right. We got enough done to you know, to free up a little bit of time. So the rest of the week we can, you know, be cooking with gas. And Zach hadn't worked, you know, Zach didn't work yesterday and he didn't work today. And Drew worked yesterday, but Drew only worked just a couple of hours today. So this week the labor's been minimal. Now I don't know if Zach's gonna, you know, I'm gonna text Zach here in a little bit after when I eat lunch and see if he wants to work tomorrow. You never know, you know, he might not want to work, man. He might be upset, you know, or whatever. So we'll see. Either way, the show's gonna go on. So yeah. But I did the 120 at the big one, okay, plus 40, okay, plus that $50 one, the one that I doubled up, and I didn't double up, but I charged her half, you know, a cut plus a half another cut. I did that one, and I sprayed both of them. I made $80 today in spray, y'all. No lie, 80 bucks in spray, and the spray probably did not even cost me $10 with the amount of spray. I didn't even spray 2 gallons, you know. So, hey, damn, the spray's better than the dope game, y'all. What the hell? It's Ray. It's Sammy time, y'all. Peace out.